What's up, guys? It's KingDaddyDMAC, and welcome back to another episode of ModSauce. That's right. How's everybody doing? Oh my goodness, I'm doing good. I'm doing great right now. But this week has been a disaster for me. Absolute disaster in ModSauce. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been a long time since we uploaded the last video. Normally I have one of these out every couple of days at the very least. And man, oh man, I've been crashed out, like different various directions that I've been going with trying to do videos. And every time I run into either a dead end with a mod, when I've been trying to get into some new mods, I run into either a dead end where there's some type of bug that you can't craft something that's required and needs to be fixed in the mod pack, or I do something that makes me crash on login. Oh man, and it has been just so frustrating. I'll give you an example. Just got fixed right now, and it is Friday that I'm recording this, by the way. Friday. The last episode of this I think I had out was on Sunday. So it's been almost a whole week, and I've got a bunch accomplished in that time. That's off camera, of course. But yes, Remote IO. Super cool mod that was in the mod pack. I'm not sure how long it's been in. I think it was a more recently added mod. I don't seem to remember, and I don't know of anyone else that has done it here, but just want to point out it's no longer in the mod pack. It may get added back in, but there's some type of crash bug where all I did was set down a pipe. You see, an extra utilities pipe on this thing like that, and it crashed me out of the game. And every time I try and log in, it would crash me again and just crash and crash and crash. And I've kept on having problems like that. So I want to apologize for what's been probably the longest time we'll ever have in between episodes, but it's been craziness. So anyway, let me kind of update some of the things that we did last episode, as well as that I've done in between. First of all, I put travel anchors around our base, and these are all called crown. This is because they all give a nice crown view. And last time we did the epic montage, and guys, I want to thank you so much for all your support. You guys were awesome. Really made it worthwhile. I had a lot of fun, and it was just so epic. So epic, the montage. We got the crown done. Super cool. Since then, I've been trying to figure out what to do for the jewels, and you guys have given lots of cool suggestions. I thank you so much. A lot of people didn't like the redstone that I put in. I mainly did that last episode just because it was a red block that we already had enough of crafted up, because this takes well over 1,000 blocks. Anyway, some of the suggestions, one of them was to do red stained glass, which I think is pretty cool. And actually, I like the idea. It's not the absolute best looking, but it does make for the effect that later on, when we want to build in here, because of course this crown is going to be at the top layer of our base, we'll be able to have windows looking out, which I think is super cool. And we'll play around. The red may not stay, but it would make the most sense. So that's super cool. Another thing that I did just to experiment, and I think I'm going to rip it out, I want to know what you guys think, but I extended the middle area of the crown for this one to sort of push out so that it was even with these sides. And I don't know if I like it. I think it looks good, but I don't think it's necessary. So this is the only side I did it. Whereas on these sides, see how it's just flush and flat? So I think both look good. But the redstone, I could deal with the redstone, but people didn't seem to like it. They said I should do a connected texture. And of course, this whole crown, this is meant to look like my hat. Like the King Daddy hat. That's right. So, pretty cool. I think I want to play around a little bit today with the jewels in different options, just so we can get this wrapped up. One of my promises was I wanted to get KingCo finished built in this series, and hopefully by episode 100, which is coming up. A lot of people also have been asking, is episode 100 going to be the last episode in the series? I don't think so. I'm going to keep on doing this series until it just gets absolutely boring, stale, nothing left to do. I know there's not a lot of people left in HermitCraft playing on the server regularly, but I think there's enough that it makes it cool. Anyway, other things I've done. I put in a little remote wireless transmitter that goes over to our mob farm. So right now our mob farm's working. It's on. Pretty cool. I set up, let me just also point out, I set up these things over here to collect essence over in our like liquid storage area. This is all the liquid storage from our quarries, and then this is for our essence. And I wanted to get tons of backed up essence, so most of these are already full. So pretty cool. And these are from the item translocator mod. Real simple little thing. We've done those a couple of times in episodes, so I won't go over it. But in any case, where was I? I set up this little thing. We'll find a nice little area for it, but it's pretty cool. We can just do an on-off switch, and look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that I'm able to see it from this distance. So that way we can remotely turn this on and off from our base, not have to go over there every single time. So I thought that was cool. Next up on the list of things, of stuff that I've done, I put in the roofs, the ceilings, and also is going to be the floors for the crown level. For all here, I put in what will be all the door kind of entrances going through and all this level. Cool. I finally put in the glass on all these corner rooms, and I decided that these ones, like the ones down here, let's pop down. The ones down here, the room size is the same as like these room sizes over here. And we had this bigger area. Let's plop through. Oh. So these were normally the wire rooms, but I liked how this looked from the outside to be glass there. Like there it's not glass, but there it is glass. And we can't have glass there because that's a wire room there and there. But I thought that looked cool like that, so I'm going to make these top ones be big open rooms. And I still got to put in the floors. But I'm going to extend the floors out over here. So I guess we could do that real quick on one of them. Marble. What I use for everything. Alright, so we can just then extend these floors out to go like this. And then the room should look nice and flush. So, and then of course I'll knock out all this. And it'll just extend out like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I'll extend this over. But the reason I haven't done that yet is I want to be able to fly down in and out of there. So cool. Alright, next thing. So we got to work on the jewels, the areas inside of the crown there. We got to put up the walls here, which I didn't want to do yet just because I like the open look for now. Maybe I'll just keep it an open look. I haven't decided yet. Next, we have all the areas down here to work on. So I've been playing around with adjusting the paths, and I know we're kind of just doing right now like a tour of stuff that I've done, but I think that's important because I want to show you all the different things that I've started towards. Over here, I've been playing around. I did it one block up from the paths we already have just to test because I didn't want to rip anything out yet until we found out. But I wanted to put paths down here walking around that would kind of match up and be similar to what we have up here. And yeah, I've been playing around with that. Now let's do the open up for this. So let's open up our drawbridges. Some people ask, by the way, what is this thing in the center here? This is our ME controller for our applied energistics. Very, very important part of our base and all of our machines that are all set up. Everything works through here, and then this does all the wireless stuff. So anyway, just want to point that out. Someone asked. So anyway, I was going to do a path that was exactly matching this around it. The problem that I ran into, and you can kind of see here, is that it blocks off a lot of the nice views when you look down into here, and that's something that's kind of important. I want to be able to show off all the different layers of our base. That's why we did glass on the top here with the drawbridges. So I've been trying to play around with doing kind of like little balcony areas, and this is important just so that you can go down. We have all of I can't show you there, but we have all of the elevator blocks that'll bring us up and down if you don't have flight or don't want to use flight. So that's what I've been trying to play around with, what will look good and have enough of a walkway to walk around to each of these and then be able to jump back up to here and then also not obstruct the view when you're looking down. So I thought doing these little balcony type things would work, and I've been trying to play around with the dimensions on them. Zul'jin came over and helped, and he said the most important thing I got to worry about is that when we add something in, and I may not use red carpet for here, don't worry. This is, again, just testing out the dimensions. I'm one of those people. I got to test it all out, figure it out, which should be done in a creative world first. But anyway, so this is the one Zul'jin did, and I want to know what you guys think of this. It's not, I wouldn't have thought of doing it this way, but it does end up looking kind of cool. And you can end up doing then good symmetry so that it doesn't throw off what the focal center point of the room is. So giving me building tips. So I want to know what you guys think of that. And then this way we can have this be symmetrical to that. Now the only stinky part about this is it's going to take off, if we used carpet or any other block than the road block, it's going to take away our fast running. So it's a trade-off. I'll be honest with you, this fast running thing though, it's annoying when you're trying to work on stuff. Oh, and the next thing I did, I finally installed all of our crafting storages for AE. We had the big holes in the wall, and I finally, before we only had, I think, like these 3 installed. I installed there, and then over on this side, there, and there. And eventually I'll make this side be symmetrical, that side, and then we still got this entire bottom area to do with AE stuff. So that'll be something else in the series too that we get back working on. Anyway, so the final thing, oh, I guess there's 2 more things. I know, I'm sorry, it's so talky, but I got to keep you guys in the loop, The next thing, I measured out what would be a symmetrical look for this, and I kind of made a mistake when doing this whole bottom area before, because if you can see, this area is not the same height is there, and it kind of throws off the room. So I thought about how can I bring back the symmetry, bring it back so it doesn't look all sloppy. And what I'm going to end up doing is we have the distance from, let's get out our tape measure. We have the distance from this floor, which we'll call right here. So from here to the floor level here is 16 blocks high. Okay, then for this one, I think that one was like, let's see, this one doesn't really matter, but I'll just show you regardless. This one was 21 blocks, but we need to do the 16 again. So I just measured out from there to there is another 16. So we'll have this be the floor level for the next one, and that way this matches with that, and that's kind of like the center point. So I got to move this floor up to here. And then I want to start working on tunnels going to other areas. Once we finish KingCo, we got to start working on other base areas. And I thought it was pretty neat. Let's see. So like this, eventually we'll have a tunnel that goes out here. We're going to have to work on a nice little path or something. And then it can shoot out to the ocean. We can start working on ocean projects and stuff like that. Maybe we can have like a little boat dock area, something that goes out there. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I did that in every single direction. So those are future projects that we're going to start working on once we finish KingCo. Also, this is the final thing. The Highlands, I really think, is kind of an ugly biome. It's pretty epic in how high it is, how it does like huge mountain and then big plateau. I really like that, but it's ugly because there's not much like vegetation up here. There's not many trees, or, you know, it's just kind of an eyesore. So I started going through all the different trees, at least that I had saplings for. I really love these. What is this? Sakura leaves. I'm going to pronounce that wrong. I know, you guys will let me know the correct pronunciations, but I planted a bunch of those out. I just like how they kind of pop with the area. And then started looking through other ones. I like the eucalyptus a lot. I did a couple of origin trees, and I just want to start planting these all around so that we can have a nice little landscape going through, maybe some orchards, and then start having also paths going through so that we can start mixing it up into other areas. And by mistake, I planted one of those enormous, I think it's Natura redwood trees. Oh man, those are so big. But that reminded me that you guys said we should try and make a base with one of those. Okay, so that's everything, catching you up. Oh my goodness, I know the episode's probably halfway over by now. But anyway, what should we get working on? I guess we can start off with the jewels. I'm going to mess around a little bit with other stuff, the jewels. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. But here it is with the glass. And I think this is a good chance that we're going to do something like this, just so we can have windows. But let me grab out some of the other materials that you guys have mentioned in the comments. So let's take care of that, and we'll be right back. Oh man, so red's kind of a tough color. I laid out what most of the red blocks were in this mod pack. So let's start off. We got Bloodwood. I don't think it really is going to give the... It's a nice red, but I don't think it's going to give the texture we want. Although it is kind of nice, it does kind of look connected. I don't like... There's too much black squigglies and junk in there to even be considered. Next, I came across these Railcraft... I guess this is the base block, Bloodstain block. And this was kind of cool. Let's see, it's pretty cheap. The recipe is a smooth sandstone and either rotten flesh or raw beef, both of which are easily obtainable on a farm, and we can produce as infinite sandstone. So that was cool, but there wasn't any real great connected textures, which I kind of feel like is the reason you guys didn't... Here. All right, that's the glass one. Can we get a redstone one? Okay. Which I kind of feel is the reason why you guys didn't like the redstone. Is just because of all the little blocky shapes. So I'm thinking that's why we should move from it. The redstone, I do like the colors. It also has kind of a dark red and light red in it. But anyway, it's connected texture. It's interesting. It's not a vibrant red, but it is a nice block. And there's lots of different, these are like different brick colors of it. And then they have the... ornate blocks of it, which is pretty cool. So neat block to come back to. I don't think it's going to work out here. Next, ruby blocks. These are both the two different types of ruby blocks. We have, these are the Biome of Plenty ones. These are the Project Red ones. And these, they're interesting. It's a unique block. I haven't seen anything else like it. I don't think that's what we're looking for. I don't know. It looks weird to me. I don't know, but it's interesting. But again, to me the it looks, I don't know, it looks just like the redstone to me. So I don't know, from a distance, I don't know if that's any better. You guys can tell me in the comments. But anyway, interesting. I probably like this one better than that, but I don't know, this is just such a weird block. Then I looked at all the variations of extra utilities colored red blocks, and they're all kind of a dark red. So we have the colored cobblestone, colored smoothstone, colored glowstone, colored lapis. On this side, red obsidian, colored lamps, which I was curious if they changed, like if when you lit them up, if they had changed color. And it doesn't look like there's any difference, but it probably does change the light levels. We have colored coal blocks. So, and then this is colored quartz, red quartz. So that's interesting, but it's not quite the shade of red that I was looking for. It's weird with these extra utility things. Sometimes the colors are just spot on. Sometimes they're kind of like, these all look, I don't know, they're a dark red, which isn't what I want. I want a red, vibrant red. So then next for vibrant red, again, this plastic block from Mechanism, this is the glow version. So it's going to be brighter than the non-glow version. But we have the factory to produce it. All we have to do is change the color dye from yellow to red. That's interesting. And from a distance, I know that's not a lot of them to be able to judge, but it does look somewhat connected. So that's an interesting one. That could possibly be a thing. Then we have the Lapis Celestial block, which I did one of these of, because that was recommended to me, possibly. And let me find which side I did it on. Oh, crud, I forgot which side we just went to. Yeah, here we go. I don't know. It is connected texture. It's a little obnoxious red. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It might look better if we didn't have the redstone going around it. In fact, I could probably switch that off so that we can judge it better. But it is a cool block. And I did notice before I was saying there might be a frame rate loss because of these. I'm not noticing that. So I don't think that would be a problem. It would be able to be a block we could use potentially. So there's that. You guys let me know. Let's go back to the center. Let's finish this off. Then I looked at all the different types of glasses. I didn't really like the way that the R-glass, the vanilla glass, stained glass, looked. So I was trying to find one with a better texture. This was one that has the little streaks, which I hate, but is a connected texture. These are all the chiseled versions. If you just take vanilla red stained glass and then put it in the chisel. Then all the rest of them, I liked them actually better than the vanilla one. But again, they have that you know, non-connected texture look. This is the vanilla version. So I do like those better than the vanilla version, but I don't know. This is a bubble version. This was kind of cool. But anyway, then there's the Tinker's version, which this is probably exactly what I want. I noticed the chisel didn't have as many like options for the red. Let's see. So if I put this in, I only have these options, all of which I showed you. So not too much to choose from. And it's interesting because let's get some normal glass. So if you take the normal glass out and put it in the chisel, let's see how many options. I think, unless this has changed. Yeah, look at that. Bam! There's like a cajillion options. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let me just see what that looks like because I did not notice that. Chinese stained glass. Oop. That's kind of interesting. I don't know, though. It's definitely interesting. Let's look at it from... That's weird. That is very weird. So there's all those. Plus, I could also use some type of other clear glass or something and then just put another block that's red behind it. So all potential possibilities. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to start putting in some of the glass. Let's just see how it looks. And I think I'm going to wait for your guys' opinions now, having seen all these red blocks. You can help me out. Go hop into the NEI and look through all the different other red variations of stuff. I looked at those. I looked at the blood. If you type in blood, there's a bunch of different red types of blocks. So help me out, guys, because it's interesting. Netherrack, there's pretty cool stuff. And then one last other thing, someone suggested, I don't think I'm going to do it, although I think it would look very cool. It does affect frame rate a lot. If you were to take an open blocks tank and just fill it with blood, that would be a connected texture and like almost have a little bit of movement maybe. It would probably look very cool, but having that many tanks that big, I'm pretty sure would affect my frame rate, which I don't want. So anyway, I'm going to get to work. We'll take a look at the results and then we'll move on. Alright guys, so I laid out pretty much all the different blocks as the jewels in the crown that I want to try out, except for the rubies. And that, I just thought it would be kind of fun. Let's just see how we can set up automating, making ruby blocks, because we got tons of ruby. We got tons of the ores from quarrying, but we don't have it processing yet. So how do you process rubies? Let's take a look. When you do this, it looks like with the ore converter, that's cool. We can switch them back and forth, but that's about the only use. Actually, that's what I wanted to show. It looks like that's the only thing you can do. You're not able, I don't think we can throw it into our, like, a pulverizer, or else. Let's see what happens if we throw it into a furnace. Let's just see. Where's a furnace? Here's a redstone furnace. Let's just see. Can you take this, and can I set this in here? Will it even work? No, won't let me go in there. Won't go in a pulverized furnace. All right, pulverizer, that's like a macerator. We'll go in, nope. So I think the only way to do these, they're kind of like diamonds, is you got to set them out, and let's see, how many do we get? If I do that, oh, that's Silk Touch. All right, well, in any case, I think Fortune is the way you're supposed to be doing them to get the most out. So like that gave 2, that gave 1. You can get, I think, up to 4. So it's just like diamonds. So we probably want to process this just like diamonds. So in that case, let's get the patterns for these set up. We're going to want to make, for these, this is the Biomes of Plenty one. So one of those, we're going to say equals one of those. Bam. Okay, so we got that one. And then we're going to say one of these. That's the Biomes of Plenty again. We're going to say one of these equals one of these. Cool. So these are going to go into our little, what's it called? quarryplus machine, which is in this compact world. Our breaker plus, and we just got to stick the patterns into this guy right here, right? Where are all of our, oops, nope, into this, excuse me. This one right here. This is where we do our diamonds, we do our Certus quartz, we do our emeralds. Now we're going to do our rubies here. And if I don't end up using rubies, I'll pull it back out. But anyway, okay, so that's cool. So now we can process rubies. Let's just see if it works. Let's see. rubies. If I say make 100 of those, bam, start. Pretty cool. It's going through and breaking them all. Awesome. So that one works. Let's try the other ones too. Ruby. Let's craft up 100. Bam. And it's doing it. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so we can get out of here. Bam, and we're back. Now, do we have plenty of both types of ruby? That's the next thing I want to check. All right, so it looks like we are getting lots of the biomes of plenty, not many of the project red. And I think it's because I was converting all the project red over into the biomes of plenty anyway for our bulk storage. So we need a way to be able to make more of the project's red rubies. So to do that, I set up a pattern, I think, right here. And how this works is basically, we're going to use one of the ore converter type things. And we're going to say, if you put in one of these guys, you will get out one of these guys. And that's basically what this pattern is right here. 1 ruby ore equals 1 ruby ore, just like that. And we'd make the pattern. So now we got to use either the ore converter block that we've done before. This time I'm going to try it out with a unifier. Now that's auto disenchanter. A unifier, which does the same exact thing. And we'll set this up for now. This is going to be temporary setup. We'll set it up right there. So what this guy is going to do is if we say we want this type of ruby out, whenever a ruby ore goes in that's convertible, I'm going to drop it in here. It's going to convert over to what that type is right there, which is pretty cool. And if we were to change this and just put it in by default, it would switch right back. So they're the same thing, but this is a way to manipulate it. So we're going to want it to be the project red type. And then we're going to want to do, I'm curious if an ME interface will directly go into it. Maybe you have to do it from the top. So let's try that. All right, and let's see if this goes active. It should. All right, so I might have to check this guy. That says device online, because some of the P2P channel things get messed up over time. Still says offline, and that should not say offline. All right, I'm going to go investigate that in a moment. But anyway, we do that, and then I don't think this auto shoots out. So I think we're going to have to pull this out with, I'm going to use extra utilities, the item guide there, and have that insert into another ME interface. Right like that. So this is probably how we'd end up doing it. And does it still say offline? What the heck, man? What the heck? All right, let me go investigate what's going on here. We'll be right back. All right, I got it working. I just reprogrammed this guy. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, so we're going to take our ruby ore. This is taking this ruby ore and making it into that one. So let's see if that pattern works now. So ruby... And can I go craft? Yep, I can say craft 100. Bam. Let's see what goes on here. And it's working. It's slow though. It's spitting out into here. Let's turn that off. And we can see him going through. So let's put in some upgrades. Let's do stack at a time. And I think that should be fast enough to do it all. So let's do another 100. Can we see it go through? Yep, it's going through. I think it's doing it pretty fast, but possibly putting some speed upgrades would make it go a little bit faster, but I think that's fine because it's going faster than what our thing is that breaks it apart. Awesome. So then the only last thing to get the blocks of ruby, boom, 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 like that pattern. Awesome. Done, done, and done. So I think we have them all. All right, so let's say we'll do 1,000 of those. Bam. And it's going. And then once that's done, I guess we can set it up now. 1,000 of those. Why not? Bam. Okay, so those are going to go. And is it turning? It's about to turn night. I'm going to sleep and then we'll take a look. All right, guys. So I've got all the different blocks in place that I want to look at, that I want you guys to choose from for next episode, and I fill these in. I'm just so awful at deciding what I like myself. So this was with the redstone, just so you have as the start off of what I had chose originally is just an easy block, and it gave the effect I wanted. Next, let's look at, this is with the glass. This is the new Tinker's glass. It still, in my opinion, looks kind of goofy. I have bordering it. I don't know. You're going to have to help me out with what to do for the border as well. What you like. This is the Mechanism red plastic glow block. This is with the Lapis Celestial. That's the Minecraft vanilla glass. That's the Tinker's glass. And I think this might look better once because this is looking in. I did dig a hole going all the way through because we'd have glass going all the way through, and if you look at it from this direction, it does actually look kind of cool. It's almost purpley once you have the sky, and that's probably what it will look like when you see through that window as well. So anyway, I don't know, let me know what you think about that. Definitely having glass in here would make it better though for when we build the livable layer inside of Kinko. Anyway, then here's the rubies. This is the Biomes of Plenty one. It surprisingly, from a distance, once you get away from seeing that just weird texture, it kind of looks cool. I kind of like it. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. I do like this red a lot. I do. This is the Mechanism plastic block, just like the yellow glow block. This is the red version. So I think that's pretty cool, and we can make plenty of. Then this is the Project Red one, which I'm not hugely fond of. It's not bad, but I think it looks just like the redstone, just even darker. But I don't know. It could look good if we did all the sides of it. This is the Lapis Celestial. I took out the redstone border that was around it. I think that makes it look a lot better when it's just the single connected texture. It is a little obnoxious bright, but it definitely could work. So if you guys like that best, let me know. But anyway, that's all of them. So we are about out of time in this episode. I want to get this crown done. Otherwise, I'm going to procrastinate and never get it done. So let me know. Help me choose what you think. The one last little thing that I want to get done today before we run out of time is I want to start coring out this level that we marked off. This, 16 blocks? So let's get this handled. Oh, baby. All right, so I got all the spots marked out for where we need to put the markers. I'm a little nervous about doing this because I haven't done quarryplus in so long. And as you remember, the last time I did it in the base, I actually quarried out part of my base. So I really got to be careful that I set these up. Anyway, we're going to be using these marker plus markers just so that we can go a distance of more than 64. Those are made in that special... in the, what's it called, that table thingy. Oh, I keep pressing use. In the Workbench Plus. Oh, well, apparently you can use the Workbench Plus now, but it's used in the assembly table. Thank you. To craft those. I do believe. Anyway, let's put these all down. We just need to make a V shape. We don't have to put all 4 of them. So we got that one. This is our middle one. Then this one goes all the way over here. And if this works out, this should be super simple for clearing out this whole area. I just got to be extra super careful. So I did those 4, then I have the height, and I did this one right here. So hopefully that should all work out. Let's find out. I think I can just add... Actually, I think you can just right-click it. Yeah, bam! All right, cool. So this should be the correct area. That goes up to there. Should go all the way through. Let's see if we can find our way into their little room here. Ooh, lava. Where's an exit? Oh man, let me get over there. Okay, here we go. Alright, it looks like it will be safe. I hope so, Yep, looks good, Okay, so here's the part where I've messed up in the past, and I gotta be careful. I hope this doesn't have power. You gotta aim it in the right direction. Alright, so if I set it here, is that in the right direction? No, that's the pump plus. That's not even what we wanted to set down yet. Now this guy can retain power, so that's what you have to be careful about. Okay, cool. I think this is exactly what we want. Let's put the pump plus on this bad boy. I guess right like that. All right, I think everything looks good. I hope it didn't start yet. All right, here we go. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous this will mess up. All right, so let's find out first now. Now, there might have been a change where we can actually do the tesseract directly on this. If that's the case, that's awesome. Otherwise, we may need to use the Ender conduit. So let's find out. Uh-oh. Work mode was changed to filter mode, quarry mode. All right, so is this working now? I don't think it's getting power. All right. I don't think it's working yet because we should be able to see the stuff already going. Let's pop up one more time. Because this could be a nightmare. It could quarry out Kinko. Okay, I think we're okay. And we're going to be using just this top level conduit. Okay, so hopefully this should work. It should spit the items out up into it. All right. Get ready. Oh, and let's aim the power insert. Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous. Here we go. Bam. Oh, baby. I love it. I love quarryplus. It's just so cool. Let's hear it again. Oh, man. I'm so happy this is working. It's going to save me so much time digging this all out and doing it with just one quarryplus. And we didn't quarry up Kinko. So I'm going to sit here and watch it, make sure it all works out, but I think we're going to stop the episode here. We are already at the time. We're already at the time. So, guys, do not forget, help me out. Help me out with what we should be doing for the crystals. I know we've asked this the last couple of episodes. Today we put in all the different types of blocks that people have suggested that I think I'm interested in using. So let me know what you would like best so that we can get this wrapped up and move on. I think come next episode, I'll probably already have the changes made on the jewels. We'll just take a look at them real quick, and then we can get going on this new bottom layer of Kinko. I think that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry we did so much talky today. We want to do a whole lot of building to try and finish Kinko by the episode 100. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so cool. Yeah, but if you enjoyed, please remember to hit that thumbs up. Help support my channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you can be first to watch the episodes. And we should see the next episode. If I can't get another one done tonight for this weekend, we'll have one on Tuesday when I return. So super cool. Anyway, enjoy your weekend. And as always, peace out.